everybody, welcome. Let's just say it's a Discord. Yeah.
I'm calling
Jables.
both games.
I'm Jables, and I'm able to finally sit in a chair for the first time in a week and a half. With me, as always, is Rimshee and Sir is watching. Hey, guys.
Yeah, we're here.
We exist sometimes.
We told Rimshee to go make that money last week.
Yeah.
Yeah. They shorted me a half hour. Not technically speaking, but...
Bastards.
I worked for
What?
7.5 hours and they didn't pay me for 8. What the fuck is this?
Oh.
Bastards.
You should have worked for 7 hours and 35 minutes, and they would have paid you for 8.
Technically speaking, we're done at like 7 hours, 15 minutes. It is what it is.
You're not working hard.
We're working too hard, that's the issue. If we had just worked that little bit less hard, we would have been there for an extra 20 minutes. And made that extra half hour pay.
Yeah. Oh.
Well, I like getting stuff done, so, you know.
The clock system at my work is fucked up. If you're like a minute late clocking back in from lunch, it docks you 15 minutes.
Yeah, that's not legal.
Yes.
Or that doesn't seem legal.
It doesn't seem legal. It might be. I don't know. I've brought it up. But like if I'm running late to clock back in, I'm just like, fuck it. I'll just take the extra 15.
Yeah.
I'm generally pretty good about clocking back on time, though. But yeah, no. If it's like, if you're gonna dock me 15 anyways, I might as well just take it.
In my industry, we don't exactly have a clock to clock in, clock out with. It's all based on a little bit the honor system, but mostly the foreman writing it down. And they have to abide by a collective bargaining agreement, so if you're a minute late clocking back in, you're not actually a minute late clocking back in. The foreman just goes, yeah, you got stuck in traffic after getting lunch. I get it. Just get the fuck to work.
Oh, yeah. No, when I worked at Walmart, if you were working like a part-time shorter shift and you only had a half-hour lunch, they wanted you to wait for 31 minutes just to make sure that they didn't get docked for, like, you know, you taking a short lunch or something like that.
Yeah.
Because they're constantly under investigation for employee abuse.
Yeah.
Red flag.
Yeah.
When I worked under contract for Amazon doing delivery driving, we had a mandatory 30-minute lunch that we were supposed to clock out and take.
Yeah.
But no one did because fuck that company.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe
Even
it.
when you're working in like an 8-hour shift at Walmart, they give you an hour lunch. But it's only technically mandatory that you take half an hour. And I had my roommate worked at a different Walmart, and you're allowed to clock in 10 minutes early, clock out 10 minutes late. If you're working an 8-hour shift, you can just take a half-hour lunch. So he was taking half-hour lunches, clocking in 10 minutes early, clocking out 10 minutes late, and essentially gaining an extra hour of pay. And he did this for like a year and a half before they caught on to him.
I mean, you gotta respect the hustle, man.
Yeah, no. It's like... Yeah. I mean, I get it.
Oh no, I'm not saying I don't.
All good in the end.
Yeah.
Gotta get ahead somehow.
No, my like all the packagers at my work, they get kind of yelled at for going to the time clocks before it's quitting time, essentially.
Mm-hmm.
But I just show up and I clock out like 5 to 10 seconds early, but I clocked in 5 minutes early that morning. Go fuck yourself. I already had that argument with my boss. I clocked in 5 minutes early. I got my shit together. Whatever. I did my thing.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Now,
had.
when I worked at the
when I
machine
worked-
shop, they told me to stop clocking in 5 minutes early when I showed up.
Yeah. Why? You're there. Just clock in real
Yeah,
quick.
I'm there. I can. It was just something to do. I was like, all right, fine. I ain't doing shit before I clock in then.
So when I worked Circle K, they started to get really pissed off at me after a while because I was like, "You keep clocking out late every day. You need to stop doing that." It's like, are you gonna get my coworkers to wash my fucking dishes?
Yeah.
I didn't think so. If you want me to keep preparing food every morning, I need to clean this shit. Because I know for a fact if I don't do it, I'm going to come back and it's still going to be sitting in the sink.
And I clock in early at my work because I'm there, and then I get sent to my room all day. I'm just there by myself all day. It's kind of sad when you really think about it, but I don't know.
Yeah, Jables' work life is the equivalent of being grounded.
Yeah, it's it's almost exactly like that. Because it feels like I'm doing homework, but I still have my little clock radio. That's all I have. I'm just doing my work, listening to the radio, and the only problem is the room that I work in has no windows, so I'm just
Yeah.
yeah.
That doesn't really help with the mental well-being.
Yeah, it's fine. That's why I do other shit like fuck around on Omegle a lot. No, like they have me cross training some people every once in a while.
Mhm.
Yeah, in case I'm gone or I quit or die or something like that. The first thing that I teach them is all the tips and tricks for excuses to go outside and get like some fresh air and sunlight.
Yep.
Yeah. Which I had to figure out all by myself because the guy that worked in there before me just quit one day.
Yeah. There's a reason, boys and girls, why they tell you to get some sun. It's actually bad for your health long term if you don't.
Yeah.
Look, yeah, it's real good to get sun because, I mean, you can get vitamin D supplements all you want. It's not going to be the same.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a supplement, not a substitute.
Yeah.
Like one of the machines I work with is a silicone injection machine, and it's a 2-part silicone base. But the product comes in these buckets, and those have to be like stirred up in a paint mixer type thing.
Mm-hmm.
And it's my least favorite thing to work on, but it's also my most favorite because the paint mixer is like a block away in like another building. So I get to just walk outside with these buckets on a hand truck and just sort of enjoy the fresh air and sunlight and stuff. Now, the old paint mixer is in the building that I work in, but I'm not bringing that shit up because that walk it means a lot to me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the one that's in my building it's not hooked up or anything like that. It's just kind of like being stored. And nobody's thought twice about it just needs to be plugged in. It just needs to be moved to a place where it can be plugged in.
And Jables
No one
is
has
like,
put-
and that Jables is like, and that works for me.
Yep.
No one has
Yeah.
realized productivity would increase if blah 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 blah. You moved it into the same room that you're doing this stuff in.
Not even the same room. Like, so you walk out of my room, it's just like in this little area where they just like store stuff for like the maintenance crews and things.
Well,
And
I'm
it just
saying
needs
if they were to
needs be
move it
moved
into
over to
your
this
room,
wall over, it just needs to be moved over to this other wall where there's an outlet. It's totally usable. But
I don't think they could move it directly into his room. It's like, yeah, they want to.
no, my room is way
There's
too small.
productivity, and then there's. I was gonna say, then there's poisoning Jables with fumes.
Oh no, nothing to do with that.
well, then why don't you? Then it's still one of those things where if they thought about it, they'd hook it up just outside your room, and it'd be good.
No, because right outside my room is a whole like testing area. There's like a vibration table and like a heat testing thing, and then like there's all sorts of shit going on there. Yeah. And I can't say too much because I had to sign an NDA. Blah, 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 blah.
Damn legal speak. Ruining my funds.
Yeah. I could do corporate espionage so good. But no, they've been good to me, so I'm not. That's,
Not gonna pull a Martha Stewart.
nah. No. I got so many secrets I could reveal. But, you know, everybody has their number, just saying.
Yeah.
Technically speaking, my number's pretty low. but-
My number is like not work for the rest of my life number,
Oh,
which is
that's why I
relatively
said
low when it
technically
comes to the
speaking.
information that I could provide.
Technically speaking, my number is pretty low. And the only reason I put it that way is because I have jumped to different companies so often because of the nature of my industry. I'm not selling company secrets or anything like that. I'm not doing anything like that. I'm an electrician, so as they're working on a job, they man up electricians. I get hired. As the job comes to a close, I either get laid off or move to another job within the company. And I have been laid off a few times, which is normal. Like most industries,
Yeah.
that's not normal. My industry, that is perfectly normal. Getting
Yeah.
laid off means jack shit.
Yeah. In your case, it's just a matter of like, all right, you did your job, get the fuck out.
Yeah, pretty much. I'm working myself out of a job every time I go to work.
Yeah.
Hell, right now I'm on a short call, which means I go into the job knowing for a fact that at most 10 working days later, I'm getting laid off.
Yeah, it's a my recent year review at my work. This is why I know they can't fire me. Is because the previous year they're like, "Hey, we want you to train 2 new people on the machines." And then the following year, I was like, "Yeah, it's really hard to train people when I don't have work orders to like train people on." And he was like, "Fair enough. Let's just document stuff. All right, I can do that."
Like, oh, right.
Yeah, I spent like half the year previous, like just helping other people out, packing orders or working with the PCB group or stuff like that. Yeah. I'm so good at my job, I don't have any work left to do. That's how I like to look at it.
Yeah, there's a certain pride in working yourself out of a job, which sounds really stupid until you like, actually sit there and think about the fact that, yeah, I did such a good job that
I don't have shit to do.
Yeah, exactly.
No, like I went to go work with another group. There's like a new system to see work orders, and she like opened up the page for my work orders, and she's like, "Oh, you really have like nothing planned, nothing coming up that just hasn't been released yet. You just have nothing." I was like, "Yeah, that's why I'm here helping you right now."
Like, what the fuck are you even doing? Oh, that's what you're doing here.
And Jables getting to that point where it's like, I have nothing to do. Why the fuck am I here?
I'll be honest. Yeah, no, what I've learned to do though is like save up a lot of the room maintenance, like the cleaning the machines and stuff like that, for those times. So when those times are happening, I could just, watch YouTube videos while I clean stuff.
You mean while it self-cleans?
What?
While the machine
No,
cleans itself.
I still gotta dust off the tops of the machines and stuff.
I gotta push the button that starts the clean cycle.
No. Dust builds up on the top of these machines. There's no like clean cycle except, yeah. No, I'm talking about cleaning like the body of the machine, the outsides. There's a lot of dust in the area. Yeah.
Yeah, I know all about dust, dog. Dust and hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, I cleaned the stairs not that long ago. And I started by getting all of the dog hair off of the because we've got carpeted stairs. I started by getting all the dog hair out of the carpet. And holy crap. I had enough dog hair to make a chihuahua.
Nice.
I don't have a chihuahua.
Fuck, man. There are times where there's so much hair from him around the house that I could stuff multiple pillows. It's madness. Of course, he's part husky. He's got that double coat, so
yeah.
So much hair.
Anyhow, you guys want to talk about Power World and Nintendo?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, let's talk about Nintendo.
Rimshee, you seem the least informed on it. What do you know about it?
I know that Power World is getting sued by Nintendo because allegedly it is seen by Nintendo as a Pokemon ripoff, and I can kind of see from a 1,000-foot level, I can kind of see where they're coming from, but I haven't gotten into the weeds, and I'm betting there's more to it than that.
Okay. So, what Nintendo is suing for is it's not a copyright violation, it's a patent violation.
Infringement lawsuit.
Yeah. Yeah, so there's something that Pal World is doing that's a patent infringement. And we're not...
That's what Nintendo is claiming, anyway.
Yeah. And the information hasn't come out on which patent they're claiming. What the fuck was that bridge?
That was the Brave Auto background.
Oh, okay.
Because I accidentally hit the back button on my mouse.
Alright, yeah. So, Nintendo's finally suing Power World. I expected it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people did.
I'm pretty sure that the whole reason it took this long was Nintendo was trying to find a way to do it without saying, monsters are our intellectual property.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've had a team of lawyers on it the entire time trying to make a steel trap of a case. And, like... just sort of making sure they win. Like, because Nintendo is extremely litigious.
Oh, absolutely.
They took down a website because one guy got his hands on a rare Nintendo magazine that was only released in Japan for one issue. And he posted the pages on the internet, and they're like, no, take this down. Fuck you. It's like, come on. It's history. Let people see it.
It got released in what, the 90s or early 2000s, and 15-20 years later the guy does this and they go, oh
no, yeah, this guy did it in like 2017 2018, I think.
So
like 20 years.
Fucking years.
Yeah
15-20 years. And they're still saying, no, you're a fucking asshole. You can't do that.
Yeah, that's our property. Like, blah, blah, blah. It's like...
We've said
no
it
American
before.
has seen this. I am the only American that has seen this, and that's because I got a weird whisper about this rare copy, and then I bought it.
Like, fuck you, stupid American.
Hi, Bubba. Seriously, the only reason that this guy didn't, no, sorry, I got distracted because my son brought me a fruit snack that he wanted.
Nice.
Yeah, I'll toss that out for you. Yeah, we've said it before, and I'm sure it won't be. This won't be the last time either. Nintendo games, Nintendo as a company, when it comes to the games that they make. Fantastic, for the most part.
Love the games. Can't get
absolutely. The company? Oh, fuck the company sometimes.
Sucks. They're so anti-consumer. It's fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
I think, like, one of the biggest things here is, like, at this point, like, Pal World has a very established player base now.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. And I've heard from, like, the Pal World devs that we're kind of blindsided by this. It's like, what the fuck? What did we do?
Yeah, in their official announcement, they said they didn't know what patents Nintendo was claiming yet. So, we'll see. All right, that's a little close.
This one right here seems like
these are more copyright issues. These aren't patent issues.
No, yeah, I agree. But this one right here, I think, has the lead. Like, this one here, I can kind of see this one. How the fuck are you going to argue this one? Yeah, how the fuck are you gonna argue this one?
Oh no, keep going. It gets worse.
Yeah.
Some of these are egregious.
Okay.
Yeah, this one, no, that's a fucking fish.
That's
This one's different
Nah.
enough, but I could see it.
yeah. Different
Again,
enough.
it's different enough, but I could see it.
Okay, that one's pretty close, but still pretty different.
Yeah. Like I said, different
That
enough.
one also uses a bow and arrow, so it's just like,
Okay.
getting into dangerous territory here. The colors, sure, but
Toko.
that thing don't look like a Zatu.
No. It's the same.
I don't know.
At least with where was it? At least with this one, they put the two they think they mashed together to get one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that, I could see a combination of the two, but the fact that you've combined the two makes it different enough that it's neither.
But hold on. I don't see why it's Vulpix and Charmander. Why isn't it Vulpix and Ponyta?
To be
That
fair,
makes
Yeah, I think Ponyta would be a closer match. You're right.
seriously, it's like I think a lot of our audience, audience we have is like, Ponyta, what the fuck is that? It's like Pokemon's changed a lot, people.
Yeah.
Head back to
Sorry,
the last
I'm an
one.
OG.
Okay, this one I
one's
can kinda
pretty
see.
fucking close.
This one I can see.
Yeah,
like,
I can
oh,
make an
but-
argument for that one.
But he's Egyptian.
But to be,
it's like,
in all honesty, though, yeah, these both seem like they would be based off Anubis, especially with
Yeah.
this one literally being called Anubis.
yeah,
Yeah.
they both look like jackals.
Yeah. Which, if they're both based on Anubis from Egyptian mythology, makes sense.
Yeah, of course they're gonna look similar.
That
This
looks
one I
like a
don't really
combination
see as
between
much.
Electrobuzz. That's Electrobuzz, right?
Electabuzz, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's Electabuzz. This looks like a combination between Electabuzz and and what's the not Sandshrew, but the evolved form?
Sandslash?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's definitely got some Sandslash claws. going.
Yeah.
Which I'll say again, different enough.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
I don't mind.
Inspiration isn't theft.
Yeah.
You know, that's
Yeah, that one's pretty close.
that was pretty
Yeah.
egregious. That,
Oh, you ain't seen shit. There's one in here where that's this one. Where it's just like, oh, come
Just a
on.
reskin. That's
yeah,
a fucking reskin, man.
that's a reskin with wings. That's
Yeah,
Like,
it's
You
it's
didn't
fine,
even try.
but
no.
that I don't. That seems very different.
Yeah, it kind of has elements of not just like Zoroark, but it also has like some Houndoom elements.
Yeah, it's different enough.
It's more. This one's more than different enough. Like it. I could maybe see where you could say, "Hey, this guy inspired this and this," but you can't say it inspired the whole character.
Yeah.
That's another one where it's just like, you could have tried a little harder.
That's definitely a reskin, but it is a little bit. It's different enough, but yeah, you could have done more to change it.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
one's
it's
kind
crazy.
of
I want to accept that. No, that's bullshit.
Nah, if anything, I'd say that one has more in common with Salamence than the Lottie twins.
Yeah. No, I wouldn't.
That's
if it's being
egregious.
compared to these two, I'm not.
Yeah,
Okay, that one's
This one's
Yeah.
this one's bad. This one's pretty
you
bad.
got rid of the pigtails. Whoop de fucking do.
No, you got rid of the pigtails and replaced the
You made it
back feet
bipedal.
with arms coming out the side. That's about it.
Yeah. The
Swipe
horns
it,
are a different
swipe it.
color. Yeah. No, that's more than inspiration.
Yeah,
Nah,
this
that one's
one,
bad.
this one's real really
Yeah.
bad too. It's like, oh, come on. This one's also bad.
This
Yeah.
is a very flamboyant one.
This is the
This is-
Fabio version. This is
This
Yeah.
is a Meganium. This is a Meganium that got its hair did.
yeah. Fresh out of the salon. Also.
It's pretty close.
Yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of these elements are super common, so I'm not gonna.
Yeah,
Debatable.
that one. Yeah, it's kind of like the Anubis one.
This
Yeah.
one's egregious.
Oh,
Yeah.
flat out egregious.
It's like, again, this you didn't even try, did you?
That's Eevee with a perm. That's a.
Oh no, that one.
That's
That
Eevee with
one's.
a wool stone.
It's not quite Cinderace, but it's pretty.
It's plant. It's different. See.
It's different
green.
enough. I could see it, but it's different enough.
Nah.
And then
that
you
one's.
got the same thing.
It does have Leafeon's ears though.
Yeah, it does have Leafeon's
Whatever.
ears,
There's only
but
so many. Hold on. There's only so many ear shapes.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Well, it doesn't exactly have Leafeon's ears because Leafeon has little cutouts for its leafy ears,
Yeah.
whereas Verdash doesn't. Verdash has ears that are more akin to this guy than to this guy.
Yeah.
Okay. Seeing as how we've seen two EV related things, I have to ask the nerd question. Favorite evolution?
Vaporeon.
Common choice, but I can respect it.
I was a Pokemon Blue player. Water all the way. Go fuck yourselves. I'm a Pisces.
Yeah, I always preferred Pokemon Yellow, but I can respect Vaporeon. You just want to bang Vaporeon though, you degenerate furry.
Everybody wants to bang Vaporeon, you dumb fuck.
This one I don't get. How the fuck are you saying this led to this?
You didn't answer.
They're comparing the neck frills.
I'd have to go look at the evolutions again because it's been a while.
Yeah, I don't know all the current evolutions. I just know the originals.
Yeah.
Well, I know the first ones and second gen. But
I'd say,
know.
I don't know. I'd say for me personally, it's like it's real close between like Espeon or Glaceon.
Yeah.
Espeon.
I only know Vaporeon, Jolteon, and Flareon.
Yeah, Flareon.
Flareon looks cuddly. I do like that.
Yeah,
Flareon.
I'll agree with that. I think.
Jolteon looks like a Great Dane that'll fuck anybody up though.
Yeah, I think I was partial to Jolteon, but
Current evolutions are you got Flareon, which is fire, Jolteon, electric, Vaporeon, water, Espeon, psychic, Umbreon is dark, Glaceon is ice, Leafeon is grass, and then you have Sylveon, which is fairy.
Okay.
yeah, like I said, I'd have to look at the evolutions in order to like give a proper answer, but based on my knowledge, I'd probably have to say Jolteon with Vaporeon in a close second and Flareon in a very close third.
I just really like Glaceon because Glaceon has a really elegant design.
Let me see.
I'd have to take your word for it until I've seen a picture.
So, I do like. Okay. Alright, hold on. Rimshee, I'm gonna send you a link.
That's just a reskin.
Yeah, that's basically a superior.
Oh, it's the same one. Okay, I can see this one being the source of the hair.
Yeah, and part of the shape. They're
More
both
specifically the ribbon, yeah. The ribbon is the arms of this one, and the main body is this guy for sure.
Yeah. Rimshee, I sent you a link for all the current evolutions.
I will say that Sylveon is cute.
Um,
Espeon looks like a fucking,
Sphinx cat.
I was gonna say the, whatever Meowth's evolution is, I don't remember. It's been a while since I've really focused on,
Yeah, Espeon does have some similarities with Persian.
Persian, that's what it was, yeah.
Yeah.
They both have the gym in their head.
Umbreon looks cool. Looks
Yeah.
Umbreon's nice. I like Umbreon.
I can see why some people would like, Glaceon. What are you doing?
Sylveon looks like
What?
every VTuber's wet dream.
Yeah, it's just like it looks like an Eevee that's cosplaying an anime character, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Also, it's a fairy type, so
Yeah, this looks like it would be Iron Mouse's pet.
yeah. I think for me, it's between Espeon and Glaceon. I think those are like the contenders for my favorite.
I like Leafeon.
Leafeon is neat.
No.
It kind of reminds me, like Leafeon is kind of like a less fuzzy Flareon.
Mm-hmm. Flareon looks like just something I want to cuddle during the winter.
Then they're very warm, so they are good for the
Yeah.
cuddles.
Yeah. Jolteon looks like they belong in a fucking junkyard to block trespassers.
Yeah, one of the moves it can learn is Pin Missile, so
Yeah.
it can fire its hairs like needles at you.
Yeah. Espeon looks like a pain in the ass, like it's gonna knock over all my cups whenever I set them down on a counter or something.
Only it's much worse in Espeon's case because it has psychic powers.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just gonna do it with its brain.
Just
Doesn't even have to
knock
climb on the counter to
Up
do
over
it.
from across the room.
Knock the cup out of my
Doesn't even
hand.
have to be in the same room.
Espeon's a cunt. Fuck Espeon.
Shiny, have you seen like shiny Umbreon? I think shiny Umbreon's pretty cool. Because instead of yellow. Its bands are blue.
Nice.
Shiny Espeon is lame. It's green. In fact, a lot of shiny Pokemon are green. That's like one of the most dominant colors for shinies is fucking green.
Ooh. Yeah, the shiny Umbreon does look pretty cool. What is it?
What's what?
I was looking for like a shiny Glaceon.
Oh yeah, shiny Glaceon's cool too. It's more white.
Yeah.
Well, shall we keep going with Pal World?
I don't know, it doesn't do anything for me. I understand why you like Glaceon, but it's just not my style.
Yeah, that's fine.
I mean, we can. Yeah, I don't think there's much more to say about Power World. I kind of want to see some of these egregious things a bit more, though.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because like as we said, you know, it's like the lawsuit's not about like copyright,
Yeah, it's about patent.
which
Like, there's a specific game mechanic that they're possibly
so like
fucking with.
there's some of these designs that do get dangerously close if you were looking at it from a copyrights perspective, but
Yeah. Well, I just think it's fun to look at these. So, even though we're talking about patents, not copyright, no, I wouldn't do that. That's not.
Yeah, that doesn't match. This one,
Yeah.
I could see a combination between these two leading to this one.
Yeah.
But it's just one of those weird things where I see mostly this one just in this body
Yeah,
sort
I
of
see
thing.
that one. Yeah.
That one doesn't make any sense.
adorable.
That makes
go back.
more sense.
Go back. One more. So, that one, that's Lilo, and then the other one is Nani from Lilo and Stitch.
Oh man, you just made me think of something that makes me sad.
What, Lilo and Stitch? It's a sad movie.
No, the live action.
Wait, they're making a live action Lilo and Stitch?
Yes, they've already released images.
Fuck! No!
It looks bad.
Out of all of them, that's not a live action one.
I don't like what they've done with the CGI Stitch model. Its eyes are fucking soulless, and I don't like it.
Hold on. No, that the mechanics of how that world works needs to be animated. That's it. The way everything moves.
Yeah, you're not gonna like it, bud.
Oh, there's a fucking teaser. Rimshee, I'm sending you a link.
Well, we've hit the last Pokemon, and this one I can kind of see.
Yeah, that's pretty close to a Lycanroc.
Rimshee, we got a teaser trailer. It's 1 minute and 13 seconds. I'm sorry, we gotta tear this apart. Fuck everything else we were doing.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry you didn't know.
Let's just pause and look at this thing.
overall, not terrible. Eyes are bad.
I said the eyes are solid.
Stop!
It's like, ooh.
They need
I
to
like it.
move
We're
themselves.
not gonna make it past well, please remain in your seats. Everything is under control. Oh no, wait, don't get it. This looks like a room he should not be in. No, don't touch. Are we back? Stage language. Well, now's as good a time as any to announce that live-action Lilo and Stitches is coming to theaters.
All right. They have to do something with the eyes.
Yeah.
But still, no, Lilo and Stitch isn't fit for live action just by the nature of how the characters are.
Yeah, Stitch
Yeah,
has all black eyes.
because
But
the
But
casting,
it's the animation around the all black that makes it
it
have
doesn't
life.
work. It doesn't work in the live action.
the casting has also been a bit interesting so far. Live show.
No. Oh. No, that's not Nani.
I know. Like, even if you were to darken her up, it like just no.
No. That's her. She's too white coated. I want a Pacific Islander playing Nani.
Yeah, it's like you couldn't find you couldn't find a Hawaiian actress.
All right, so
And I guess there was a comment from the chick
time out.
saying
You
that,
guys
like-
heard it here first. So you guys have heard us complain about turning characters black and things like this. This is the first time we've ever had to complain about turning a character more white.
Well, no, that's the thing. Is like,
yeah, it's not
you're
conducive
doing
to the
things-
character.
if you're doing things unnecessarily, especially when hold on,
There are plenty of great Pacific Island actors. Like it's not like they're an endangered species. And you had to choose somebody that looks nothing like the fucking character.
I mean, like, especially like when you look at Lilo, and it's like, well, there you actually kind of tried.
Yeah, you
Rimshee's
look at
not
this
on
image.
screen.
You look at this image, and I don't know if it's the lighting or what, but you can almost see. But it's just not. It's not right. It's not there. Now, if the actual actor turns out to play the role really, really well, a lot can be overlooked. That's just a fact of life.
Like, there is an issue
So-
I already have with this actress, and it's a comment that she made
Wait,
where
hold
she's
on.
like,
Before you get to that, I do like the pick for Lilo. I think that can work for sure.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't mind that. That's fine as far as I'm concerned.
All right, this bitch is gonna take the place of my thick mommy Nani.
Like I said, the thing that bothers me and makes me worried about these kinds of things is the fact that this actress made a comment where she's like, "Oh, I wanted Nani to look like me." Bitch, it's not about you.
No, it's about the character. It's about the story. Their family.
If you don't look the part, then you shouldn't fucking be there.
Ohana means family. Family means nobody gets left behind. And you're being a fucking cunt about it. She doesn't have to look like you.
I hate this entitlement that we have in modern Hollywood all the time. Oh, I want this character to be like me. I want this character to be representative of me. It's not about you.
She better do 1,000,000 fucking squats and be thick as fuck by the time that fucking movie starts shooting. If she has any chance to gain any of my favor.
Yeah, like anytime you're taking on, like, you're going to be like an established character, something that people recognize, and like you tell people in interviews, it's like, oh, I wanted this character to look like me. It's like, oh, so you don't care about the character actually.
Yeah, so you're a narcissist.
Yeah, that's what you've just told me, is that you don't actually care about the character. It's like, ugh, why are you here?
Yeah, like if somebody asked me to play the role of like a young Brad Pitt, I'd be like, no, that sounds fucking ridiculous. I look nothing like Brad Pitt. Somebody wanted me to play the role of a young John Belushi, sure, I could do that. Like,
Yeah, just like
it's not,
like how Disney casted that what the fuck is the bitch's name? I can't even remember now. But they casted her as Snow White. It's just like,
yeah, but she was Latina.
yeah, it's like, that's an interesting choice.
Yeah. Well, they also retooled that entire movie. They decided to animate the dwarves.
Oh, it looks so much worse now. Have you seen that trailer? It's horrifying.
Did you
Dwarves
see the
got
original
changed at least
people?
twice.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I saw the original, like,
The actual live action people playing the dwarves. Peter Dinklage, why do you got to bring your people down? You fucking asshole. The only reason why they didn't hire dwarves to play that part was because of you. You fucking piece of shit. Quit pulling up the ladder behind you. Fuck you, Peter Dinklage. I fucking hate you. Shout out Brad Williams. You're my hero.
Yeah, you fucking gnome. But yeah, like the initial was just like, oh yeah, it's like, look, it's a cafe in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
And now there are these horrifying CG abominations. Some of the worst CGI I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And Rachel Zegler, that's her name.
I've seen 10-year-old CGI that works better than that.
Also, like, they changed the song.
And also, I have to say, Zach Galifianakis as Jumbo, I don't see that. His voice is too high-pitched.
Yeah, that... I don't see it. I really don't.
Yeah, that's something I'll have to wait to actually see before I can pass judgment on, but I'm skeptical.
Who is his original
And the only reason I'm giving it the go-ahead of I'll have to see it is because it's Zach.
I like Zach Galifianakis quite a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He can pull shit off that doesn't make a lot of sense. So I have to wait to see.
Yeah, I'm just saying right now it doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
I will give Zach the benefit of the doubt. Lilo gets a pass. The guy playing Bleakley, you can kind of get a pass, but you can just get the original guy that did the voice. These are going to be animated characters, right? Like, they're going to be CGI characters, so just doing voices, right?
I would assume so.
Why not just get the original guy that was in
David Ogden Steers was Jumba.
Is he alive?
I think so, yeah.
If he's alive,
Yeah,
then why couldn't you have gotten him?
I mean, the guy's 75, but he's still around.
Okay, I could kind of see maybe at 75. I could kind of see maybe holding off on that one, but
fuck,
I'd
he
have to
was in
hear a voice
MASH.
test first.
Yeah, he was in all sorts of stuff. He was in that '70s show. He was in MASH. He was in Kids in the Hall. He's like, he's been around. He was in like Phil of the Future. He's been all over the fucking place. He's one of those actors that it's like, wait, I know that guy from somewhere, but you don't remember his name or anything like that. He's one of those guys.
I completely forgot that Ving Rhames was in that movie.
Yeah. Okay.
That's
Ving
Cobra
Rhames could
Bubble.
still play Bubbles.
Fuck yeah, he can.
If they do that, I'll give them a little bit of more of an edge for a pass.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
Cobra Bubbles is a gangster.
Yeah. Yeah, no, they could still do Ving Rhames with Bubbles. That's not a big deal.
But my whole thing is like, it's too early to be remaking movies like Lilo and Stitch.
They're doing a live-action Moana, dude.
I know! It's absurd.
Like, I could see Lilo and Stitch before I see Moana being remade live-action.
Yeah, because Moana's not even 10 years old.
Yeah.
It wasn't
Yeah,
even when they announced it.
I remember when they announced that, I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? What?
Yeah, Lilo and Stitch at least got a TV series on the Disney Channel when I was like a preteen to teenager, early teens.
Yeah, the one trying to find all the other experiments.
Yeah.
Yeah, like,
By the way, underrated TV show.
Stitch is number 626. We have to find the remaining 625.
Yeah. Underrated show.
And then you had the curveball of Experiment 627.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There's like Stitch, but red and crazier.
I just thought of a funny bit. I should just take my camera to like the aquarium and claim that it's a live action version of Finding Nemo.
Finding Nemo.
And just do a lot of voiceover with a bunch of the fish.
That's what's next, too. You joke, but that's what's next. It's gonna be an entirely CGI fucking film, just like the fucking Lion King. It's gonna be the Lion King underwater.
I was getting ready to say, guys, we're getting that Mufasa movie.
Yeah, I saw that.
That trailer got ratioed into the ground. No one gives a fuck about that movie.
Yeah, people hated the first one. Why would they?
I mean, it made over $1 billion. Because people are dumb.
Yeah, because people wanted to go see it, but it's got terrible reviews. People aren't going to go see this one. This one's going to lose them money.
Well, yeah, like, and that's another thing that I think people need to realize is like, just because a movie made money doesn't mean it's good.
Yeah.
It's like
It
Avatar
means
2
people were curious
made
enough to
all
buy
the money. No one fucking talks about that movie now, do they?
It means people were curious enough to buy a ticket. That's all that it means.
Yeah. Like Avatar 2 is exactly like the last Avatar. It's like people went and saw it in droves and then completely forgot that they saw it.
Yeah.
Because the movie has no fucking substance.
I liked the original, but that may be in part because motardation. The main character's a Marine.
Yeah.
Yeah, but when's the last time you saw it, Rimshee?
Last year,
I
I
saw-
think.
Exactly.
Wait, he said last year. So I saw it once in the theaters, and then I was like, "This is just Pocahontas. This is just Pocahontas with the extra steps." And then
When I first
it's
saw it-
Pocahontas, Dances with Wolves, and Fern Gully.
yeah.
Well, I will say, when I first saw it, it was very much, wait.
Well, when I first saw it in
Nowadays,
theaters,
I'm
it
like,
was really
look
cool
at those
because
big explosions.
when I first saw it in theaters, it was really cool because that was the first time that 3D technology
yeah.
was being used. So I was like,
Oh yeah, no, that was incredible.
this is fucking dope. We're in the future.
Yeah.
This is awesome. I'm finally going to get my Jaws 3D advertisement from Back to the Future, too. And
Like, honestly, if I had a ponytail with little tendrils coming out of it, and I can connect it to a flying creature and actually fly through the air on its back, I'd be down.
That's weird.
yeah, I love the whole idea of that world. It's
Yeah.
like, but it's, it's Pocahontas and Fern Gully with
Okay,
extra
wait.
steps.
Can we all agree though? Stephen Lang is the best part of the movie.
Stephen Lang's the villain, right?
Yeah, he's the Colonel.
Yeah.
Yeah, he plays that role so fucking well. Holy shit. I gotta say,
Stephen Lang.
the one part that of that entire movie that I have an issue with his acting in is his death scene.
Yeah.
That is the
Yeah.
one exception to his exceptional acting in that movie. Is the
I like my favorite part is where like he walks out of the base and they're like, "Sir, your mask, you need oxygen." He's just standing there like, "Don't need no air."
Sir, your mask.
I
Give it
need-
to me.
I need to glare at him. I need to glare at him first.
Yeah.
No, he's just so badass about it. Just
What?
straight up kicks the door open and just shoots. Waits for a subordinate to bring him a mask. Goes, fine.
It's like, okay, I guess I can breathe now. Like it's straight up the same energy as Jesse Ventura in Predator, where it's just like, I ain't got time to bleed.
Yeah, I want to backtrack to just because a movie makes money doesn't mean it's good. I watch Clerks about once a year. About once a year, I go down like a View Askew rabbit hole, and I watch all of those movies: Clerks, Dogma,
Mhm.
Chasing Amy.
I need to watch
Um,
Dogma again.
Dude, it's
I
harder
see where
to
you're
find
going.
than you think. Like,
I've got it. So
none of those movies kind of made their money back in the long run, but they didn't make money at all. And I have fun with those movies every time, especially Dogma. Dogma is one of my favorite movies.
Well, yeah, like the opposite is also true. Just because a movie didn't make a bunch of money at the box office doesn't mean it's bad. Like
Yeah.
one of my absolute favorite examples, John Carpenter's The Thing bombed at the box office.
Yeah.
I
It
mean,
did
I don't know
not
what
make
you
its
guys.
money back.
I don't know what you guys think of Idiocracy, but that film was intentionally subverted because of how much the advertisers hated what they were doing in the movie with the advertising. Like,
Yeah.
oh yeah, we'll put some money to support this film, not realizing that the brand was going to be lambasted or not put in the
what's
most
really-
positive light. So it had to get buried, but I mean, whether you like that film or not, it did not get a fair shake. And that was intentional.
You know what's really, really funny about Idiocracy? So, when they were making Idiocracy, they were like, what sort of dumb shoes would people wear in the future? And they found this tiny little company called Crocs. And they bought enough pairs that Crocs could start mass producing. And here we are now.
That's a
Yeah.
bit of a self-fulfilling prophecy right there.
Yeah. Yeah, no. Rewatch Idiocracy. Everybody's wearing Crocs in the future.
Yeah, when a film production unironically shapes the future.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think we could call that one a happy accident.
No.
Hey, not for nothing, Crocs are super comfy. So like, I'm not gonna shit on the company too much.
They just look terrible, is all.
They're good. They're good. Like, they're good house shoes.
Yeah.
I wouldn't wear them out in public.
I see too many people wearing them out in public.
I've got Birkenstock
If you're doing-
sandals as my house shoes.
If you're doing a quick Walmart run, sure, wear your Crocs. It's 2 a.m. You're doing a Walmart run because you ran out of sugar or something.
Dude,
Go
if
for
you're
it. Wear
doing
your
a
Crocs.
Walmart run, Crocs are fancy.
Yeah.
I was going to say, if you're showing up at 2 a.m. at the Walmart, you're going to see far more horrifying shit than Crocs.
If your sport mode strap isn't broken on your Crocs and you show up at Walmart, you're a fucking rich man.
You're going to say, like, people of Walmart existed for a reason.
Yeah. And I'm telling you that as a person that worked at Walmart, people of Walmart is real.
Oh, yeah. I have seen things that I will never unsee at Walmart's.
I had one customer, I was stocking some shelves, and she was like, hey, could you direct me to the to where the ginger ale is? I was like, yeah, it's right down that aisle, down the soda aisle. She's like, oh, can you show me? Okay. It was only a couple aisles away, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
Mhm.
Walk over there, I was like, yeah, it's ginger ale. He's like, oh, which one's the generic one? The one that's right next to the Canada Dry brand name one. Oh, can you grab it for me? And I was just like, yes, ma'am, I can. But my brain was like, I'm gonna bash your fucking skull in with this fucking 2-liter, you dumb fucking cunt.
I know. I knew that was
fucking
coming.
hate you so fucking much right now. Are
It's
you
like-
fucking kidding me? You.
So yeah, I'll grab it for you, and I'll beat you to death with it.
Yeah,
I'm assuming
No,
because it's
I'm gonna
Walmart,
hold it-
she was not
I'm
hot.
gonna hold it by the bottom end, and I'm gonna shove the cap side into your fucking eye socket. You fucking bitch.
I'm gonna make the assumption she wasn't hot.
No, it's an old lady. But like it was at like this level. She could easily grab it. Like I literally handed it to her. No problem.
Oh my god. That reminds me of an incident that happened while I was working Circle K. And I had this old woman try to make a full-size frozen pizza in the microwave.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
She failed, obviously.
Although my favorite customer service story that I have is when some teenagers came up asking for whippets. Was working, talking shells, you know. Tears came up and they're like, hey, do you know where we can find whippets? And I'm like, do you mean whipped cream refuel canisters? I did like a little wink. Because I can't tell them where whippets are.
Yeah.
They're like, no, we're talking about whippets. I'm like,
You
do
dumb bitch.
you mean whipped cream refuel canisters? Shot them another wink. Like, no, we're looking for whippets.
You dumb motherfucker.
I don't know what whippets are, but I know what whipped cream refuel canisters are. Like, but we're looking for whippets. Like, you really don't know what whippets are? It's like, I'm giving you every out. Like, I'm doing my best. I know what you're doing. I know what you're into. I'm into it too. I'm fun. My shift's over in 2 hours. Meet me out back. I'll fucking do some whippets with you. I don't give a fuck. But like, you gotta fucking take the hint. I'm trying my best to help you so I don't get fired.
I'm assuming they didn't get their whipped cream refuel canisters, did they?
I did a. Yeah, I don't know what whippets are. Maybe somebody in housewares can help you. Like that's the biggest hint I gave them. That's where the whipped creamy fuel canisters were. It's over there, but like, but I had to protect my job. You know?
Yes. Well, yeah, you know,
like
some motherfuckers just dumb, man.
Yeah.
Like I had a pair come in to the store. This was when my cousin and I were working together. He was behind the counter and I was doing food service. And these two little fuckers come in and they walk up and one of them starts listing all the fucking cigarellos that he wants. And after he's then like, you know, like listing all his things, he's like, my cousin's like, okay, I need CID. And then the one who was like asking for all this shit, and he's like, he makes the mistake. He's like, oh, like points at his friends, like, he's the one that's going to be paying. He's like, no, I need to see your ID.
yeah. Yeah, people are just fucking dumb. Like
And yeah, when my cousin wouldn't budge, that's when they both cussed him out and left.
yeah, when I used to sell drugs,
It's like,
Off
you
told me a
dumb
story similar to
motherfucker.
that recently.
no, when I used to sell drugs, there was like occasionally like a close friend of mine could bring like one other person over, you know, because I like to keep things very low key. I didn't want a lot of traffic, nothing like that. And then one of the people that one of my friends brought over texted me and was like, hey, can I come over and get like half an ounce of weed? I'm gonna bring, is it okay if I bring like 3 friends with me? I'm like, fuck no, lose my number, get the fuck out of here. I don't want to talk to you again. I don't sell drugs. What the fuck are you talking about? Like, stop. Be smart about it. Be discreet. Title of the episode. Be discreet, you fucks. Like, come on.
Like
Learn
with
some
the
lingo.
case that
Learn some workarounds. Like, just...
yeah, like with the case I was talking about, it's like, just stay outside. Send your buddy
Like
in.
I
Just
said-
stay outside. You didn't even have to come in.
wait in your buddy's
Pav?
car.
Pav told me a story recently because he works at a vape shop, and this kid came in and was like, "Oh, I want to get this juice for my vape," and he's like, "All right, I need to see ID." "Oh, I'm underage. Sorry, I can't sell it to you." Cusses him out. Him and his friend walk outside. His friend comes in alone and asks for the exact same shit that
you've already fucked up.
Yeah, you've already fucked up, dude. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't... I already know what's going on.
You're trying to buy it for him.
Yeah, it's obvious. What, you think we're stupid?
Yeah. Also, anybody that's underage, I want you to recognize that police do contract teenagers to go and buy cigarettes and shit to see if the store IDs.
Yeah.
So
To see if they can catch you slipping.
yeah. It's not worth the fine because the fine's fucking outlandish, and it's not worth losing our job over.
You know, like,
Be discreet, be cool.
if you're a gas station that sells alcohol, it's even worse.
Yeah.
Because not only are you risking getting fined and losing your job, but the gas station can lose its fucking liquor license.
Yeah.
Yeah, we had so many drunk motherfuckers that would come in after hours and try and buy shit. And they would sob, they would beg, they would plead.
Oh yeah. Like I've
Just not worth it. It's that simple.
I remember one of them told my cousin after he jump scared me while I was in the freezer.
yeah.
Because I was stocking stuff there in the freezer, and I turn around, this dude's just got the door open, he's looking right at me, he's like, "Where Corona?" I'm like, Jesus, fuck, why are you here?
By the way, if you're going to buy beer after 2 a.m., just go to bed, man. It's late.
Yeah, probably a good idea.
It was funny because, you know, I told him, like, you can't buy that right now. And he goes to my cousin and tries to, like, ask him about it. And he tells him the same thing. My cousin said, the guy said to him, "No one's looking." It's like, yeah, except, you know, that camera over there, and over there, and the one directly above the register.
And
Yeah,
you
no one's
having
looking
the
like
cameras
to
are
do
there.
this,
Having the cameras there are for the safety and security of the establishment, but they can just as
Nah.
easily be used against the establishment if an employee does something
Yeah.
uncouth, shall we say.
No one's looking. God. It's like, what are you, 6? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Well, isn't that what
Don't give it
a
to
6-year-old is? A drunk person?
Nah, it's more like a 4-year-old.
I was going to say,
yeah.
I've seen 6-year-olds that have better coordination than your average drunk.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Which is why I'm an above average drunk.
Oh, what times? What times?
Alright. You guys wanna Rimshee, you wanna do this Am I the Asshole? The hall pass one?
Sure. Let me pull it up.
We'll close out the show with this. Unless you want to keep going. I don't know. I got nothing else to do today.
I technically have stuff I have to do.
Let me see.
I have to pee real quick though. I'll be right back.
News articles.
It's the latest one.
Yeah, it's
Above,
called Am I the Asshole for Sleeping with My Friend's Hall Pass? By the title alone, I'd have to say no. But at the same time, why is it in Am I the Asshole if it's going to be a straight up no? Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and start reading it. Jables, stop me if you can't hear me. Am I the asshole for sleeping with my friend's hall pass? I, 94 female, or 94, god damn it. That would be impressive right there. I, 49 female, have been friends with Sarah, 49 female, for about 15 years. She's happily married with 2 kids. I'm amicably divorced with a kid. We met at our children's preschool. We've been there for each other through some tough times. Sarah's a huge crush on, I'll call him Jake, as long as I've known her. Jake is a popular, but not, like, stadium-filling musician. From what I can tell, he makes a living, had popular albums, and has toured with A-listers, but he's not necessarily a household name. He's in his late 40s. Sarah has never met him. She's been to several of his concerts and owns a bunch of merch and considers Jake her hall pass. Again, she's married and would never actually cheat on her husband.
Yeah.
Honestly, her crush never seemed off the rails to me. Like, she'd joke about him wooing her through Instagram, but she didn't, like, stalk him. So let me say here, I would never, even when I was younger, date or even flirt with a guy a friend of mine liked or was interested in. Fries before guys, friends before men. What is fries before guys? That's a new one to me.
Yeah, it's a new one to me too, but I get it. Bitches love fries.
Anyway, friends before men, all that. It just wouldn't be cool. However, a few weeks ago, I randomly met Jake at a charity event. He was hired as the entertainment. We got to talking, and one thing led to another, and I ended up sleeping with him. It was a one-time thing, fun, and we both knew it was casual. At first, I thought it was a funny, wild story to share with Sarah. After all, it's not like she would ever actually be with him, right? But when I told her, she looked really hurt. She wasn't mad exactly, but she said something like, "Wow, I can't believe you actually did that," and she's been distant ever since. I didn't think the friends before men rule applied here because he was basically her movie star crush, not a real romantic prospect for her. But now I'm second guessing everything. I feel awful for upsetting her, but I genuinely didn't think it was that big of a deal. Now I'm wondering, am I the asshole?
No.
Absolutely
no, hands down, no. Like I said,
down,
the
no.
title alone makes me say no, but I thought it was going to be crazier, given that it was an Am I the Asshole post.
Yeah. No, not the asshole.
Sarah's married. She would never it sounds like she would never actually sleep. Based on what you're saying, it sounds like she would never actually sleep with this guy. Because she's married. And she has expressed as much. If that's not true, then there's a whole other set of issues there to be dealt with.
Yeah. It's a... Maybe you shouldn't have told her about it.
Yeah,
But other than that, because like that can, depending on how you told her about it, it might come off as like bragging, like, "Hey,
Yeah,
I
that's what
fucked
I
your
was
celebrity
thinking.
crush," you know.
Yeah.
Like, you know. Other than that, nah, not the asshole.
No. I mean, that's the only part that makes you remotely an asshole.
Yeah, I was telling her about it. Just keep that to yourself.
Yeah,
It is
you
kind
didn't
of
have
a
to.
funny, wild story, but I don't think it's the kind of funny, wild story that you share with a girl who has a crush on him.
Yeah, and
It
like,
would be like in high school when let's say you and your friend are in the band. Well, maybe not the band. Let's say science class, something like that. You're low on the totem pole, but not like unapproachables.
Yeah.
And your friend has a crush on the most popular guy in school, who happens to be the star quarterback of the school's football team. And there happens to be a chance for you to go on a date with him. And you go, you don't realize that that's what he's asking you out on, and you go hang out with him thinking it's going to be a group of people. It turns out to be a date. That's not something you tell your friend about, because it can easily come off as bragging. You maybe say, hey, at most you say, hey, you remember that hangout I thought I was invited to? Turns out it was a date. I'm so sorry. That's at most what you do. You don't treat it as a funny, wild story that you're both gonna laugh at. You will in 20 years, but not at that moment.
Yeah, give it some time.
Yeah.
Also, shame on you for not twisting this to your advantage to bring your friend backstage at the next concert that this guy puts on.
Yeah, that's I guarantee you well, I can't say I guarantee it, but I think there's a good chance she would have been like, oh, that's fine, if you had finagled something like that.
Yeah, tell your friend the story about how you met him at like the charity event and you guys got along really well and you swapped numbers. So now you like know each other. Do that. You don't have to say that you slept with each other. You just be like,
yeah, you don't have to tell her that you fucked him.
Yeah, we jived pretty well. We got along really good, you know? And next time he throws on a concert, just be like, hey, I bet I can get us backstage, and like text him and be like, hey, can we come backstage? Friend really wants to meet you, blah, blah, blah. And
the only question I have is...
like, turn this into a benefit for your friend, and don't tell her that you slept with him.
Yeah.
The one thing
tell her
I
everything
know,
up to sleeping together.
The one thing I want to know, would that lead to her trying to finagle her husband into letting it be a hall pass? Is this a pre-existing hall pass where her and her husband have discussed it? And, if you end up in this situation, sure, but here's my hall pass.
Yeah, I mean, technically, if it's a hall pass, it's not cheating.
Yeah. Here's how I always state it. It's only cheating if there isn't some sort of understanding between you and your partner. Like,
beforehand.
Well, yeah, beforehand. Like, if you and your partner are like, okay, yeah, you've got this small list of people that I would be willing to let you sleep with. I've got this small list of people that you'd be willing to let me sleep with. Even people in our daily lives, if it's someone on that list, it's not cheating. If it's a polyamorous relationship, it's not cheating because you already have that understanding. And I actually know people who have participated in this sort of thing in the past. Hey, you can sleep with whoever you want, just don't tell me about it. If you've got that pre-existing understanding, that's not cheating.
Yeah, I've noticed a lot of polyamorous relationships a lot of it is, it's not necessarily like, don't tell me about it.
But I wasn't talking about
be responsible with who you pick and not in our bed. That's that seems to be like the number one rule. Not in our bed.
That's why I specified polyamorous relationships separately.
Yeah.
I'm not lumping it in with don't tell me about it. Don't tell me about it as someone I knew had a relationship like that with their ex because of reasons I'm not going to get into.
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad she's out of that relationship though, because that guy was kind of... there were issues.
Yeah.
But yeah. So if she actually has this pre-existing hall pass for this guy, you misjudged the situation. But I wouldn't call you the asshole because you had an absolute misunderstanding of the situation. Because that's not an unreasonable thing to think. Oh, yeah, she would never sleep with him because she's in a happy married relationship. She's not going to screw that up. Well, yeah. she might if the husband has given the hall pass hominis dominus. Yeah. And I'm sure he has one himself, if that's the case.
And clearly he's cool with sleeping with 49-year-olds, and she's 49 as well. So,
yeah.
You know.
I'm laughing.
Look, there's so much here. That's what's real. No, here's where the asshole part is. You're not hooking your sister up. That's what the fucking problem is. So, never mind. Scratch that. You are the asshole.
Yeah.
You didn't have to tell her that you slept with him. You could have gotten her backstage and you could have hooked her up with him. You fucking bitch. You're the asshole.
All right, let's read some of the responses.
Fucking
you can't have dibs on a guy you haven't actually met, especially since you're married. And you really can't call dibs on people anyway. Dibs on the last soda, sure, but not a human being. Your friend is a childish twit.
And the poster is also a stupid bitch.
Wait, time out.
Who didn't think?
Let's rewind. Have you ever thought the friend is maybe a little hurt because she realizes that given the opportunity, she could potentially sleep with this dude? And she just realized that because this person did sleep with him? And so
maybe.
she's sort of like reeling through that in her brain?
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, it's like someone that she's known for 15 years just happened to meet the guy
at a charity event.
Here's the next one. Info, did you sleep with him because he was her crush or because he was famous? Because that would kind of make you the asshole. The latter would make you an asshole for a completely different reason.
From the way the story is told, it seems like they just kind of hit it off and made it like a fun, casual one-night stand thing.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't say that.
But she responded, no, like he's a good-looking and charming guy. Under the circumstances, totally someone I'd date. Like, tons of people are famous, but not necessarily nice to be around. And if he wasn't physically my type, I wouldn't sleep with him for bragging rights. She's actually the only one I told because I thought she'd be amused. Yeah, except for everyone on Am I the Asshole?
Yeah.
And I said, like, the fact that you thought that she would be amused, I'm sorry, kind of dumb on your part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if we're in like a new like sexual liberation age for a lot of women. But these are things that are like ingrained in us with like guy code.
Yeah.
Maybe women just haven't caught up yet with that.
Yeah, you could be
That's
pissed
right. Jables is going misogynist today.
You could be pissed that your buddy slept with a chick that you wanted to hook up with. But if that's going to be the case, you're going to be straight up with him and say, I know it's completely irrational, but I'm just pissed at you for this.
Yeah, but if your buddy knew that you were into that chick,
oh yeah,
he wouldn't tell you that they hooked up.
Yeah.
Unless they started like officially dating or something.
Yeah. I had something like that
and even then
happen.
it's like, hey, sorry man, we're gonna have a couple drinks. Hey.
In high school, really well. I had something like that happen to me. Oh no, it was after high school. But the way my friend went about it was completely fucked up.
Yeah.
Completely different situation, though.
Yeah. You know, like, in some cases, you know, like guys just kind of process things differently. You know, like, if your buddy, like, ended up hooking up with, like, a famous person, and they tell you about it, it's like, the response is like, "Ah, man, you son of a bitch!" So what was she like?
Pretty much.
Yeah. How'd them
You
titties?
got pictures?
Did the titties sag? How are the titties outside of the shirt?
Dude, I need proof. I don't believe you.
Yeah, but it's like
Firmness.
by the way,
scale,
how
1 to
how do
10.
we just how did you just grow up just like intuitively knowing guy code?
I'd
I
say
don't know,
it
man.
spawns a lot from high school because you get a little bit outside of guy code, and the next year up, who learned it from the year above them, smacks it down a little, like, no, don't do this,
Yeah.
Yeah, I think the main thing that really triggers it, like Rimshee said, is like fucking puberty happens.
Yeah.
Hormones go fucking crazy, and you got to learn a lot of shit real quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty accurate. Next one, not the asshole. She is married. She can't call dibs on a guy she can't. I'm assuming this is
we
a
don't know
typo.
we don't know their relationship. You're dumb. Shut up, Bon
Yeah.
M42.
Yep. Shut up. You clearly didn't read the fucking post.
Here. Oh, you know what? I'm
Wait,
gonna finish that
hold
one.
on, hold on. Also, if she has a good relationship with her husband, he knows about her crush.
Oh yeah.
It's fine. Like,
Yeah, absolutely. I'm
Doesn't
gonna finish
necessarily mean
reading
he
this
would be
because
okay
OP
with her
responds.
sleeping with
I'll-
him, but-
I'll tell you, in anybody that I'm with, if they get a chance to sleep with Ryan Reynolds, free pass. I don't even fucking care.
Yeah,
Tell me what
that's
his dick's
fair.
like.
That,
Like,
yeah, that's
fucking
fair.
go.
But I'm gonna finish reading this because OP responds. She can't call dibs on a guy she can't even be with. I wonder how her husband would feel about her crush. Honestly, I would take this as a wake-up call and end this friendship. She doesn't sound like a good person. To which OP responded, oh, her husband knows Jake was her hall pass. Her husband has a famous person hall pass too. My husband did. Like,
Boom!
it's all said in fun, but people here are giving me a little more perspective in how she might feel. I feel like dibs don't apply in this extreme situation, but she is a really good person. I honestly don't think she'd ever step out on her marriage, but I clearly ruined a harmless fantasy of hers. I honestly thought she'd be amused, or even glad her friend had a fun night out, and if I really truly believed she'd be hurt, I wouldn't have done it. Or, in all honesty, it was the most fun I'd had in a while, so at the very least, I would not have told her about it. And maybe that makes me the asshole anyway? Nope. Both of those are perfectly reasonable. Both of those possibilities are perfectly reasonable.
You misread the situation. You thought that she would have been like supportive. You're like, oh wow, that's cool, but you flubbed it.
You know what?
That's okay. Give your friend time to sort of, recover. You've been friends for
Also-
15 years. That's not going to go away just because of this.
We don't see this very often with these types of things, so I will point it out and give credit where it's due. OP, you realized you fucked up, and you're taking the L, and that's a good thing.
You're not the asshole, but you're understanding there was a goober there, and you're trying to address it. Solid.
Yeah.
But here, let me read these
you're
last
not
couple.
the asshole. You're not the asshole, but you did fuck up. That's it.
But you recognize that you fucked up.
Why do I feel like you slept with Daugherty?
Daughtry.
Daughtry? To which she responded, "Ha, no, I even had to look up Daughtry." And the final edit from OP, "Oh my fucking god, no. It was not Dave Grohl. I'd never sleep with a married guy. That's just vile. Plus, correct me if I'm wrong, he was in fucking Nirvana and is Foo Fighters. Not exactly the type to play small corporate gigs."
Yeah.
I mean, Dave's the type of guy that would do that kind of shit anyway, because Dave.
He would. He
But,
would.
well,
but-
yeah. Dave would do charity events for funsies.
Yeah,
Like-
he would do charity events, but he's also
I mean,
like we know he cheated on his wife, but I don't think
Yeah,
he,
that was just announced. Like, we haven't done a show since then.
yeah.
Yeah, he cheated
Yeah.
on his wife. He has a new kid with this chick that she cheated on his wife with. I don't know Dave Grohl's marriage situation, and considering how she hasn't filed for divorce, I'm pretty sure they have. If it's on tour, it's okay. Just don't come in them. And he fucked up.
I mean,
Yeah,
like,
he goobered, he got an earful.
I mean, like he's been involved with some questionable shit in the past, but like, we're also talking about the same guy who just like completely unannounced showed up at a disaster zone with his smoker and started making food for people.
Yeah, we're also talking about the guy that just, I don't know, he just shows up random places all the time just to make people happy. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Leave Dave Grohl alone.
He's an all right guy.
Yeah, and
You
he's
can
already said he's going to
say-
be involved in the kid's life and stuff like that. He's going to be a dad to the kid.
You
know,
can
also,
say
it's
like,
obviously going to be like split
of-
custody, but
you can say the illusion of the nice guy with Dave Grohl is shattered all you want. He's not.
No.
He's not the least wholesome person in Hollywood by a fucking light year.
All this tells me is that Dave Grohl is human,
Yeah.
which
yeah,
aren't we all?
he
Yeah,
cheated
he
on his,
goobered.
he cheated
People
on
are
his
saying
wife,
all
and he's
we-
accepting. No, here's the thing. He's not paying the chick off, and he
Yeah.
has the money to do something like that.
Yeah.
He's,
He believed
he
believed that
straight
AIDS
up
was a
said
hoax
he's
for a
going
while.
He's straight up said he's going to help raise the child. So, like, yeah. And from what I hear, some of it from his own kids is he's an excellent dad. So, like, I don't know. Let
Like
Dave
there
Grohl
are
be
people
your dad.
saying there are people that are saying that Keanu Reeves is the last wholesome man in Hollywood. We just don't know about some of the
True.
skeletons in his closet, probably.
No,
He's human, but I
Well-
will say he's definitely one of the most wholesome people there.
There are other
It's,
upstanding
so-
motherfuckers in Hollywood, just like
so-
a Denzel Washington.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like Keanu experienced like so much death and poverty and at like younger ages that it's. I'm not surprised that he's just this enlightened, for a lack of a better word, type of dude that just like wants to make good art.
Yeah.
He's a
Yeah, like-
sad man. Like,
Like-
have you ever listened to him talk? He's sad.
Yeah, like
He's
speaking
not
of like
happy,
death and shit,
and that's
it's like,
okay.
Dave Grohl also got dealt a kind of fucked up hand when it comes to deaths.
Oh, there's,
It's like,
there's
Yeah,
a
the
whole-
only
you're in a
reason-
band.
The only
Hold on, it's like
reason
you're
Foo
You're in a
Fighters
band
exists
where your lead singer dies. You're in
Yeah,
a band
no,
where your
oh.
lead singer dies, and then you form another band where you're the lead singer and your drummer dies.
someone
It's like what the
someone made a whole made a whole page about how Dave Grohl probably sold his soul to the devil to make good music, and because so many people keep dying around him, those are actually his sacrifices to the devil so they can stay alive. Yeah,
That's
there's a whole
fucked
thing
up.
going on with that.
But yeah, you're the drum, and I get you're the drummer in your band, and your lead singer fucking dies, and then you form a band to deal with the grief of the lead singer and your close friend dying, and years later, the drummer of that band that you're the lead singer for dies.
Yeah.
The coincidence.
And he was also a close friend. It's just like,
yeah.
fuck.
The fucking coincidence, though. Like,
Also, they were
Jesus
both-
Christ.
Also, they were all they were both blonde.
Yeah.
It's like even weirder. Yeah, but just Dave's fine. He's fine.
Yeah, leave him alone.
He's had some nutty opinions in the past, but you know, like this
Yeah.
is kind of a celebrity thing.
He's
Yeah,
he's
you
nutty
have a
dude.
dumb
Did you see him on
opinion.
Hot Ones? Like, I mean, he's just a nutty, wild, fun dude.
You or I can have a dumb opinion, and it ain't gonna change a lot. Mostly because it's not gonna be reported to the world. We're not gonna get shit on for having that dumb opinion. Meanwhile, Dave Grohl, he has a dumb opinion, and all of a sudden everyone knows about it, and it's such a shame that he has this dumb opinion.
Yeah,
Like,
but my reaction to that
the
is
AIDS thing back in the day was
It's
really
just-
dumb. But
Oh yeah, no, it was
Yeah.
really dumb. I'm not arguing with that. I'm just saying that there are plenty of people out there who have similar opinions. The only reason we know about Dave Grohl is because the fucking tabloids announced it to the goddamn world.
well, he also did like things.
yeah, he was
Yeah,
also
that's-
the drummer
that's
for
fair.
fucking Nirvana. That's like, which he joined with hardly even knowing how to drum. He just kind of figured it out as he went.
But that's
Yeah.
actually one of the funniest like Dave Grohl stories that I've seen, where he's talking about how he did an appearance on David Letterman. This was before he formed Foo Fighters, I believe. And Tom Petty actually called him to play drums for that appearance because his drummer had to, like, he was like sick or something. And Dave's like, you don't actually want a good drummer?
Yeah, Dave's just like naturally
he's-
talented at music. It's just like, but he doesn't recognize it. I kind of like that. I like that humbleness.
Well, the thing is, like, on their album, you know, The Color and the Shape, which, you know, probably the biggest song off it is Everlong. But, you know, like, a lot of people don't know that, like, Dave actually recorded all of the drumming on that record.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was unhappy with the guy that they got, didn't like his work, so he went into the studio and re-recorded every single drum piece for the entire album himself.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, Dave has a story about, like, oh no, having kids is great because they just see you as dad. I could tell him, oh yeah, I did this awesome show. That's great, Dad. Can we get ice cream?
Yeah, I remember that.
Keeps you humble.
Yeah.
That reminds me of Steve Vai talking about how, like, he ended up playing, like, guitar for the Halo 2 soundtrack, and his kids could not have given less of a shit. They were more interested in the game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of like, and this is much smaller and much dumber scale, but I have heard plenty of stories about kids who had parents in construction, and they're in construction now, but driving around, and Dad would always be like, see that building? I did the plumbing in that building. Or, see that building? I did all the electrical on these floors in that building. I don't care, Dad. Now they're electricians and plumbers and carpenters, and they're doing the same shit to their kids.
So, my dad did something a little different. He worked for the DOC,
Mhm.
and he would play as the inmate for training exercises.
I remember you talking about this.
Yeah, and when I was about like 12 or 13, he started reviewing some tapes of him being the inmate, and he was fucking insane. I'm pretty sure that was him just saying, "Don't fuck with me. You're getting big now."
It's like before you start to get any ideas, son, check yourself.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, it was like I've seen my dad throw a mattress against the wall and hold off 7 guards trying to get into a cell. Like,
Legitimately or not, it looked good.
I saw the full video. My dad got into it. Like, he was the insane roommate. He was spitting in their faces as they tried to come in. Like, he was.
He sounds like a theater kid that missed his calling.
No. What he sounds like is a guy that had a lot of rage built up and was like, when they asked, does anybody want to play the inmate? He was like, I'll do it. I got to get this out somehow.
All right.
Also, it's just like, I've seen inmates go full psychopath. I can do this.
Yeah. My dad's also my dad's a gamer. Whenever he would come home from work, you couldn't bug him for an hour because he would go and play some sort of first-person shooter and just kill a bunch of people to get like some of the rage out before he could be a fun
interact.
Yeah.
Like, it's like, Daddy will deal with you later. He needs to decompress right now.
Yeah.
You're lucky you didn't get in trouble today.
No, I never got threatened with the wait till your dad comes home sort of thing. My mom was straight up like, nah, bitch. Your dad will talk to you like for a man-to-man thing, but other than that, this is your punishment. Like, yeah.
Yeah. My dad's one of the last people that I would fuck with.
Yeah. Well, I'm telling you, if you guys saw those videos and just like imagine yourself
Got
as like
crackers?
a 12-year-old and you see your dad fighting off 6 or 7 other people with batons and tasers and shit, it's like, all right. I'm not gonna fight you, but I will huff away and take a walk around the block and calm down.
Yeah. In the case of my dad, it's like I have seen physical evidence even to this day, after having his back broken more than once, that he can get his foot up high enough to kick my teeth in from a standing position. So
Yeah.
it's like, you know what? I'm not going to run that risk. He actually did that to a Marine while he was in the Navy.
Yeah.
Fucking Marine was trying to start shit with some of the Navy guys, and my dad just kicked him directly in the face. Broke his fucking nose.
All right.
I'm not
I
going to
think
make
we
any
reached a
Navy
good
jokes
stopping
about
point.
flexibility.
Well, yeah. Well, they got to put their ankles behind their ears, you know. Anyways, I think this is a good stopping point. Thank you, nobody, for joining and watching with us.
Yeah.
It's been a good time, though.
No
I think
one
this is a really
joined.
good show.
Yeah. This was a great show.
Why
You
is it that when
absent-
no one watches, we have some of our best shows?
I know, right?
You absent motherfuckers. You just don't
Yeah.
know what you missing.
Yeah, you missed out on a great time, all of you. You could have been in the chat. You could have been having fun with us. But no. You fucked up, not us. All right, have a good night. Follow me on Twitter at Jables Boogly. Ignore Rimshee and Sir's watching because they don't care
Yeah,
about
nothing
the Twitter.
happens on Twitter there
Yeah,
for me.
if you're watching the VOD, thank you.
I'm not gonna say goodbye because there's no one fucking here.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say goodbye. Bye, I love you. Bye.
Bye, guys. Anyone who watches the VOD, goodbye. You can click out now.
Yay!